Good evening and welcome. We will now have our Pledge of Allegiance led by Cameron Kruger from Wilson High School.
Good evening, everybody. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. We welcome those who are here for purposes of addressing the board at the proper time and in the order of their request. For those who have already not submitted a request, we have provided forms in the back of the room and also have additional copies here in the front at the Assistant Secretary's position. If you wish to speak during the meeting, please fill out a form indicating your name and the agenda item you wish to address. You may also make a request to give testimony on an item not listed for discussion today. However, full discussion on any items not listed on the agenda will have to be delayed until such a time as the item can be publicly posted in advance as a regular agenda item. If you wish to ask questions, please address them to the chair and not to individual members of the board or to the staff. The board has been meeting in closed session regarding matters listed on today's closed session agenda and wishes to report that the board voted to approve a settlement agreement in a special education matter providing consideration, accommodation, and a release. The vote was 4-0 with members Williams, Benitez, Craighead, and Myers participating in the vote. We are now at public hearing. Did I skip something? The initial successor bargaining proposal from the Teachers Association of Long Beach, K-12, and CDC Head Start to the Long Beach Unified School District. Is there anybody that wishes to speak to this? Hearing none, that part of the hearing is closed. Initial bargaining proposals from the Long Beach Unified School District to the Teachers Association of Long Beach, K-12, and CDC Head Start. Does anybody wish to speak to this item? If none, the hearing is closed. Call for agenda items for separate action. Adoption of the agenda is posted.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The motion is approved unanimously. Approval of minutes.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The item is adopted unanimously. In communications, we have the Los Angeles County Teacher of the Year, and let me call up Jennifer Crockett.
Good evening, Long Beach Unified School District Board members, Superintendent Steinhauser, and executive staff. My name is Jennifer Crockett. I'm a program specialist in OCIPD and the Teacher of the Year program coordinator. Tonight we are here to recognize and celebrate the Long Beach Unified School District Teacher of the Year, Allison Akio from Marshall Academy of the Arts. Long Beach Unified Teacher of the Year selection process is very rigorous. An administrator, peer, or community member first nominates the teacher. Once nominated, the teacher must complete an extensive application, which includes multiple essays that highlight his or her contribution to the classroom and to the community as a whole. After the application is submitted to OCIPD, previous Teachers of the Year score the applications and ultimately select the Long Beach Unified School District Teacher of the Year. This winner then moves on to the Los Angeles County competition. The Los Angeles County Teacher of the Year program is the nation's oldest and most esteemed recognition of teaching excellence. It's also the largest competition of the kind in the state. In September, Allison Akio was honored at the Los Angeles County of Education Awards banquet in Hollywood. 61 District Teachers of the Year were recognized, and 16 were chosen as LACO Teachers of the Year, and then move on to represent the county in the state competition. I am proud to say that Allison Akio was one of those 16 teachers chosen that won the LACO County competition, and she now has the opportunity to move on in the state competition. I wanted to take 1 minute to share with you a video from the awards banquet to bring a little bit of that celebration in here tonight with us, if all the technology goes right.
The most important thing I think about what I enjoy with teaching, and I think a lot of people would say, is the interactions with the students. Getting to impact them as well as make sure that they meet the goals that they need to meet every day. I really think that we don't realize our impact until later as much, but I get excited every year with the students I'm going to meet, what curriculum, new practices I'm going to implement. Not every year is the same for me. I get excited towards the end of summer looking at curriculum and what new lessons I'm going to develop to work with my new group of students, and then what I'm going to do to get to know them better, because as I get to know them, they feel more comfortable, and I know that I'm going to reach them academically.
I would now like to invite Marie Hatwan, Allison's principal, up to the podium to introduce Allison.
Good evening, esteemed board members, Superintendent Steinhauser, executive staff, and the Long Beach Unified School District family. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'd like you to take just one moment and think about that one teacher, maybe a few, who made a real difference in your life. Think about why. And mostly think about how it affected the rest of your entire life. For me, it was Sister Mary Grace, my first grade teacher. She recognized that I was very shy, believe it or not, and would try to find ways to encourage and engage me. I still remember that she gave me the award for being the best printer. And I really giggle now because if she were to see how illegible and messy my writing was, I don't think she'd be happy. Allison Akio is one of those teachers. She doesn't only make a difference to students who need emotional esteem support, a quiet place at lunch to feel safe, or some growth mindset perspective. She is also the teacher who moves students academically at an accelerated scaled growth rate, and she's very humble. Lastly, she also mentors and supports multiple teachers at our site. Allison, it's been amazing to watch you grow into Teacher of the Year these past few years, and you are a worthy recipient. Congratulations to you and your family. Please come up.
Thank you, Ms. Hatwan. Good evening, board members, Mr. Steinhauser, and all district staff. It is a true honor to be selected as the 2020 Teacher of the Year for our district. The teacher I am is largely due to the immense amount of support our district offers to its teachers. I began teaching in 1999 at Tucker Elementary. It was at Tucker that the foundation was laid for the teacher I am today. The support ranged from coaches to curriculum development to classroom management and discipline training through such programs as Safe and Civil Schools and Community Connections. It was at Tucker that a collaborative family of teachers worked to establish the idea that a student's home life is no excuse when working to close the achievement gap. The philosophies presented by the administration and the staff influenced me as a teacher tremendously. Since then, a cycle of continuous professional development and collaboration has led to yearly growth. Every year feels like a new and exciting adventure. My gratitude goes out to administrators Marie Hatwan, Michael Navia, and David Taylor, to just name a few. But they impacted me so much because they moved me through to leadership roles where I could move on to doing things with staff members, such as preparing and presenting professional development, and into other leadership positions. I want to thank my family. My family deserves appreciation for their constant support through the Teacher of the Year process and beyond. Over the years, my husband Tim, my daughters Isabel and Abby, and my parents, Joyce and Rich, have lent support that includes, but not limited to, setting up classrooms, listening to stories, and offering advice. I want to especially thank my colleagues, fellow teachers, and the Marshall family. Their support, trust, and knowledge make the best learning for our students. There are countless teachers that may never get this type of recognition, and I would like to personally thank them for working so hard for our students. Speaking of students, it was 20 years ago during my first year as a teacher that I had a student named Devante. There were definite ups and downs as we worked to figure some things out. At the end of the year, Devante gave me a token of his gratitude, a yellow dinosaur keychain. This dingy, faded yellow dinosaur keychain hangs on my classroom keys and serves as a personal, daily reminder of the impact a teacher can have on a student. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for giving us the time to recognize the Long Beach and LA County Teacher of the Year, Allison Akio. We appreciate what Allison has done for Long Beach and appreciate the time here to honor her today. Thank you.
Allison, what a terrific honor and recognition, and I'm sure everybody in the school district is very proud of what you've been able to accomplish. If you want to go out and celebrate with your family, now is the time to do it, or you're going to be stuck with a board meeting with the rest of us. So, congratulations, Allison.
Back to school night. That's right, it's back to school night. Dr. Williams, if I could just add,
Allison, hold on just a moment.
if I could just add, at the same time that you were receiving your award for LA County, Billie Jean King was in town at one of our schools and made a special shout out to you and congratulating you. My whole family went there, so. All right. She'd be thrilled, so I wanted to pass along that she did call that out. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Okay, we are at public testimony on items listed on the agenda. I have none. Staff reports, I have none. Public testimony on items not listed on the agenda, I have quite a few. And I just want to just read a statement before we call up anyone. Those who are requested to speak on items not listed on the agenda, we want to remind you that because the item you wish to discuss is not listed on the agenda, we will listen carefully, but we can't discuss it with you at this time in response. A discussion by the board on any item you bring up would have to wait until it first appears on a future agenda. But rest assured that we are carefully listening. We have a total of 30 minutes for items that are not listed on the agenda. I have a large number of requests in front of me, but we do have a time limit of 30 minutes. So at the end of 30 minutes, we're going to have to cut off discussion. Chris?
Mr. President, for those who are unable to speak because of the time limit, they are allowed to leave comments in written with the secretary or email them to us too. And they'll be put in the record.
I'd like to call up Chet Davidson.
Good evening, everybody, Board of Education, staff. My name's Chet Davidson. CSEA Vice President, Unit B. I came to talk to you tonight about our negotiations. We're 8 months into this. Approximately about 10 years on the negotiating team and health benefits committee. I'm well aware of the health costs and issues that are at hand. This year has been the worst, the longest, the most contentious, high emotions that I've been experienced, and I've gone through the whole layoff situation through the 2000s, and this has been very hard. Our team, our negotiating team, represents 2,300 hardworking people. We're still have 2% on the table. The TALB has approved that. The board has approved their raise back in March. More demands are being put on our employees, on our membership. Less people to work, and they are well deserved that 2% raise. Our biggest and highest priority concern is the proration cost to our part-timers' medical benefits, which make up about 20% of our membership. The rising cost of health care and pharma is a challenge. We know this. We need to come to an agreement that meets the needs of our membership. Our part-timers are not high-income earners. My brothers and sisters should not have to decide whether to go to the grocery store or doctor's office. These costs are not sustainable for our membership. As a team, we just want to find some kind of common ground with the district. We are not going to turn our backs on these people. They work hard for the district, and this doesn't equate to a raise for these people. This is a takeaway. This is money out of their pocket, and really puts a person from a middle class status into poverty. So I please wish you to consider these words. All means all. Does all mean all children and all employees? I'm in. Thank you.
Thank you, Chet. Viola May Bledsoe.
Good evening, board members. My name is Viola May Bledsoe, and I have worked for this district for well over 28 years as an instructional aide with special ed. When I first started working in this district, there were many 6-hour instructional aides in the classrooms. There are very few now. They are mostly all 3.8. When one is retired or has left the district, they make them into 3.8 hours. 3.8 hour aides do not get benefits. But here's the deal. We are not helping our children by having two, and in some cases one, 3.8 aide take over a 6-hour person. Case in point, the classroom that I worked in a couple years ago, we had 17 children in it, 11 of which were in wheelchairs. We had one teacher and 3 aides. Myself, who is an 8-hour aide, one 6-hour aide, and one 3.8 hour aide. How can we get those children out of the classrooms with that many wheelchairs during a fire drill, an emergency, or if one of the children we had multiple children in there that had seizures and other medical issues, you cannot take care of them. It just doesn't work. We keep getting told that it's a money issue, that we do not have the money for 6-hour aides, but yet constantly these aides are working, the 3.8 hour aides are working constantly over and above their 3.8, except one day every 15 days, so that they cannot be permanently made into a benefited position. So if our 3.8 hour aides are given the extra hours, then there definitely is a need to keep these aides at 6 hours, not 3.8. To piggyback on what Chet was saying about our negotiations, this having to pay $400 to $500 is a cut for our lower waged earners who would mostly be instructional aides and food service workers. Most of them make less than $2,000 a month. To have to pay $500 in benefits is a big hit for them. There are ways this district can save money other than putting it on the back of the employees. One place is in the restrooms where you have multiple toilet paper available. In some cases, you have 3 choices, in the same way with paper towels. Thank you.
Thank you, Viola. Maria LaBelle. Maria LaBelle. Maria LaBelle.
If I have a letter to submit. Hello, my name is Maria LaBelle, and I am a parent of a child at Fremont Elementary, and I also attended Fremont myself, as well as Jefferson and Wilson. I am here advocating for the new security gates to remain open during weekend hours. I would like to read a letter from our family that was sent to Superintendent Steinhauser this past January, as well as a letter from a previous teacher, Mrs. Nancy Clanton, who also attended Fremont. Dear Superintendent Steinhauser and Long Beach Unified Safety Committee, please reconsider locking up the gate after school and on weekends. For many families in the community, including ours, Fremont is our local park where we can take our kids anytime after school and on the weekends. This has been a tradition in our family for 45 years. My wife is also a prior Fremont student, and she herself spent many memorable days when Long Beach Unified had a summer program at Fremont, as well as many weekend afternoons. Our son learned to ride a skateboard and a bike at Fremont, and even now at 10 years old, he still enjoys heading over there to climb on the monkey bars or play a game of tetherball with his friends. It would be such a disappointment to be lounging around on a lazy Sunday and not be able to say to our son, let's go to Fremont for a bit. As you know, Fremont is a very diverse school with many families who live in dwellings without backyards or areas to play. Please take the time and make a concerted effort for those necessary to make the decision to keep Fremont open on weekends. Sincerely, Sean Mooney and Maria LaBelle. I will now read Nancy Clanton's. Hello, my name is Nancy Clanton. I attended Long Beach schools all over the city from 1955 to 1968. I went to Long Beach City College and Cal State Long Beach. Started teaching at Garfield School in 1975 and retired in 1995. I attended Fremont from 1957 to 1961. I spent 16 fantastic years at Fremont teaching in Paradise. When asked about this issue, I can think of so much. Open space for exercise, basketball, learning to ride a bike, and safe place. Fremont has been a different feel and clientele than a space like Recreation Park. Long history as part of a community geared to excellence. I often talk of the many wonderful hours I spent at Fremont as a child on weekends, holidays, and summers, riding bikes, skating, playing tetherball, my Christmas present when I was 9, and meeting up with families to play when my single mother didn't have time to be there. Fremont continues today to be an important community hub. Please leave it open. Given a chance, will people continue to buy and rent in Long Beach if they can live in nearby communities with open schools? At this time, the school across from my house is open, and that is where our community plays, learns to ride bikes. I love Fremont and its families. Thank you.
Thank you. Kelsey Stewart.
Good evening, board members and Superintendent Steinhauser. Thank you for listening to us this evening. My name is Kelsey Stewart. I am also a parent at Fremont Elementary. Since their kindergarten years at Fremont, both of my children have considered their school a home away from home. That goes for evenings and weekends especially. They've learned how to ride their bikes and master the monkey bars and throw a free throw, all within the safe and familiar territory of their own home school playground. Now that they're getting older, the playground serves as a communal space where my now 6th grader can exercise the first steps in his growing need for independence. I love that he can call up his friends on the weekends and say, let's meet at Fremont later. They play cards together, they laugh together, they feel safe there together. When children feel connected to a place, they in turn care for that place and respect that place. They grow into adult citizens who care about the communities in which they live. Please do not lock the campus during evenings and weekends. Please do not lock us out of our treasured communal spaces. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Forgive me if I mispronounce this individual, Karen Foote, F-O-O-T-E.
Good evening, board members, staff, and fellow employees. My name is Karen Foote. I am the 27-year employee of the school district, and I'm an instructional aid special over at Cabrillo High School. And having a long history in the district, I, can remember a few things. So here's a couple of things I remember. First of all, I'm very concerned that for many years the district, every time an employee who has medical benefits, especially IA specials, when they separate from the district, that job gets cut into two positions that are not eligible for medical benefits. And this has a lot of consequences that, you may not think about, but I see them every day. So, firstly, these aides, they go to work every day and they get exposed to lots of viruses and bacteria, but they can't go to the doctor if they get sick. I think this is, just not good. And, they wind up getting sick. They're out longer. It affects the people who are still there. They can't get breaks. They can't get lunch breaks, and our kids suffer because now we don't have as many people at work. And then I hear about the aides over at the pre-K at Buffum. They're required to have vaccines that now they have to go to their doctor at their own expense to get these vaccines. Can the district help out with that? They want our kids, they want our employees safe, but they don't want to pay for it. So we need help with that. And this 3.8-hour issue creates an awful lot of vacancies, continuous vacancies, where we don't have enough help in the classroom to take care of our kids. And like I said before, the remaining aides that are there have a hard time getting the breaks and their lunch breaks. There's nobody to cover them. So, and then, let's see. So our students don't receive the attention they need and deserve. And, our classified unit, because of this, has been taking cuts for many, many years already. And which brings up my next point, and which has to do with negotiations for CSEA and the district. So the district is asking
Karen, we're out of time.
Oh, no.
You can give your comments to the secretary.
Okay, I'll do that.
So sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen. Olivia Biddle. Olivia? Microphone.
Hello, my name is Olivia Biddle and I'm in 3rd grade. I go to Fremont Elementary and it is a very special school to me. We need this playground to stay open because we want a good playground, and I think this playground is a great playground, and we should be able to keep even though we have the gates open, we should be able to play there on the weekends, and we can have a great time there. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Noah Swartz. Noah?
Actually, I'm going to cede my time to Jyoti Nanda. She put in the form too, but she's...
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Jyoti Nanda, and I'm representing a group of Fremont parents and families here, and I'd like for them to all stand that are here today in support of this. I am an associate professor of law at Golden Gate University School of Law. I spent 16 years as a professor at UCLA. I started a youth and justice clinic at UCLA. I write in the area of juvenile justice. My expertise is on school safety, and criminalization of youth. I have spent a lot of my life traveling all over the country to speak about this issue, and this is probably the hardest fight I've ever been in. I am so proud to be a parent of children in Long Beach Unified School District. I speak across the country about the glories of Long Beach Unified School District. All of you know how consistently Long Beach Unified School District is ranked high on all metrics, particularly as it compares to urban school districts, which is primarily the area that I research. But today I'm here in my capacity as a parent, and that's what makes me the most nervous. I've taught over 700 law students. I've spoken to crowds of thousands. But I'm nervous because I'm representing my community, and I have a whole bunch of people behind me who are relying on our words and parents. And I want you to know very honestly that where this fight came from was from our children. Last Wednesday, our children came home with the green piece of paper that told us for the first time that our school local park was going to be closed on evenings and weekends. We were shocked. We were devastated. Within 2 days, we had rallied parents. We started a Facebook group. We have now, I think, 130 members. We have press contacting us. This morning, we had a peaceful protest outside our school that I think was in the range of about 100, maybe 100 students, and including parents and families. And I want to make one thing very clear, because I'm not sure how this is being reported or how it's being reached to the different parties. We are not here in opposition to the school being closed for security measures. What we are here to ask the school board to really respectfully think about is how important this school and park is in our neighborhood. We're asking the school district to think and to compromise about how we can have this school open on evenings and weekends for all the reasons that you've heard the young people say and all the reasons you're about to hear. And I'm going to leave you here with 4 things in my last 45 seconds. It's like the judges when they cut me off. 4 things. Open spaces and playgrounds keep children safe. Community schools are the centers of the community. Every park visit results in improved stress for parents, and every park visit results in improved resilience for a child. Parks and space can reduce crime. If our primary concern about including gates in a school is to reduce crime, by definition, we have to keep the park open on evenings and weekends. I really respectfully ask you to reconsider your decisions, the decisions that have been made. Ask you to work with us on a compromise. We are reasonable people. We could have filled this room with hundreds more parents had we been given more notice, and we're happy to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lucia Mazingo.
Just to stand behind her as she reads this letter. Okay. This is a letter to, and thank you for all your work. Okay, go ahead.
Dear LBUSD School District, our school and every school is locking the gates on weekends. Our school used to be open since it was made. All of a sudden, they're putting gates and closing it, and nothing ever happened. I'm writing this because we all love going to school on the weekends, and there are no playgrounds around, and you're taking this away. Kids that don't even go to our school are coming, and you're taking this away. I wish on Christmas and my birthday, and I'll wish on anything that this might come true, but you're the one who decides.
Thank you. Thank you. King Otha.
Good day, board members, president, and everybody else, members of the community. We're not here to argue for them, but we support your cause and your views, and I think that you make a good point. But we're here to do a follow-up for the appreciation for Dr. Felton Williams. Last time I was here, I spoke and I gave my piece, but I never introduced my backbone, which is my daughter and my #1 supporter. So I just wanted to come and introduce her to the board, because without you, her education would not exist as is in her school.
What school does she attend, Kinga?
I go to Nelson Academy.
Nelson Academy. What kind of
Yes.
grades are you making over there?
I have all A's right now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. King Otha, thank you for coming back and introducing your daughter.
Yes.
And it's good to know that she's doing academically well. We
Yes.
expect great things out of you as well.
That part right there.
All right. Thank
And
you so
we
much.
thank you guys for the motivation
All
and
right.
support.
Thank you so much.
Have a blessed one.
All right.
Thank you.
Jennifer B. Perez. Jennifer?
Good evening, board members. Thanks for having us here. My name is Jennifer. I'm here with 2 of my sons. I'm also a Fremont parent. And I wanted to share the term biophilia, which is, as human beings, our innate connection to nature. And we spend a great deal of our time as a society indoors. And more we're connected and tethered to electronics. And Fremont is a safe place for our kids to disconnect, get out of the house, be outside in a safe environment, and connect with their community. We've mentioned before, we're not opposed to safety measures in our school, and there are some compromises that can be made where the campus can still be closed, but the playground still be open for us to use, and we ask that you guys would please consider that. Like they've mentioned before, our children have learned to ride their bikes, skateboard there. They meet there even after my son is now in middle school, and he meets there with his friends to play and have a safe place. We are park starved in Long Beach, and we don't have a park that is a safe place for our children to just easily walk and get to. So please consider keeping just the playground open for us after hours.
Thank you. Thank you. Krista Richardson. Krista Richardson.
Hello, and thank you. I am a Fremont mother, parent as well. 3 Fremont children. I have one that is now an 8th grader, and I have one that just started kindergarten. So I'm starting all over again. I hope for many more wonderful years in the Long Beach School District. I've been so happy at Fremont. We moved to Long Beach knowing nothing, and we found friends and community immediately because of the Fremont playground. I can't tell you how many hours we've spent there after school hours and then during school hours, because that's where I was recruited to work for work on the PTA. I've been involved with the school for as long as we've been there and plan to continue to be involved there. But I just feel that we can't lose, we will suffer not just in the school climate, but also I'm afraid that we will start losing numbers in PTA and volunteers if the community is less connected, if they don't have a chance to meet and know each other. There's another school very close to me on the other side. The school grounds have always been locked. We recently met some neighbors who just live right on the other side, who I'm sure we would have met much earlier if we'd had access to that playground. Our children had been allowed to go there as well as at Fremont. I think probably like everyone in this room, I can tell you exactly where I was when I learned news of Sandy Hook or Parkland, many other incidences of school violence. I can tell you I pulled over and because I couldn't keep driving from the shaking. And I decided right then I had to do something. So I went home and I joined Moms Demand Action. I went online, I started researching, fully expecting that the answer was going to be, we have to throw away all the guns and that schools are no longer safe places and we all have to go to public school and we need to lock down. Fully expecting to hear the opposite of what I did hear, which was that schools are very safe places. And what makes them more safe is not hardening measures like gates, but school climate, So how students feel, how we treat each other, how we care for one another, how we know each other. Again, I want to reiterate that we do not ask for the fences to go away. What we ask is that we can have access to our playground after school hours. We share with you the goal of school safety, and not just school safety, but child safety. All the children in our community, they need this space. I think that abundant research shows that more mental health interventions and school counselor hours would benefit us more than locked gates would. Our school now has 1 day a week of school counselor hours. We also have very short staffing. In our office manager is continually begging for support and help to find extra people to be there with her. I think it's unacceptable that she's alone in the office as often as she is. She needs more people, and I would also echo the words of the educators that came before us asking for more aides. We need more staff. We need to support them. And thank you very much.
Thank you. I have a total of 6 requests left. We've got 3 minutes before the time expires on our 30 minutes. So after the 30-minute limit, we're going to just move forward. And those who don't get a chance to speak can file their comments with the secretary. 6 minutes? Okay. What did I say, 5? 3? Okay, we got time for a couple more. Laurel Smith Thomas.
Hello, my name is Laurel Smith Thomas. Dear LBUSD, please keep Fremont open on the weekends and after school. It has been and still is a very important part of me, my sisters, and a lot of other kids' childhoods. A lot of us, including me, have learned how to ride our bikes here, grown up in many other different ways, and still need to help our younger siblings learn how to ride our bikes and grow up just like us. Over the weekend, after school, and during summer, Fremont is our only open space to play with friends, ride bikes, and do other fun things like that. Even though some of us have backyards, most of them are very small and have little to no space to run around. Some kids don't have any yard space at all. If you close Fremont, it will kind of feel like a jail to the students because it's like too fenced off. Please keep the playground open for the kids in our community. Sincerely, Laurel Smith Thomas, grade 4.
Thank you. Merritt Trivedi. Merritt Trivedi.
Hi, my name is Harith Trivedi. I'm going to ask for my children and a couple other students from Fremont to fill up a couple minutes of my time.
My name is Sai Trivedi. I'm 13 years old, and I'm a graduate of Fremont Elementary School. I was surprised and saddened to hear that Fremont was becoming a closed campus. I disagree with this decision for many reasons. First of all, I'd like to start by saying that just the fact that I have the option to use the playground at Fremont is a blessing to me and our entire neighborhood. This is a place where people can go to play with their friends and bond with each other. There's not a lot of parks in our neighborhood, and Fremont just happens to be in a location where people from all over our area can come with their friends and family. Plus, as a former Fremont student, I miss the school where I grew up, and allowing me to be able to play on the campus makes me feel more connected to the school and the people. I understand that the school's safety is important, but if you could keep Fremont open at least on weekends, it would keep open a valuable place in my heart for people to laugh, play, and have fun at this amazing school playground. Thank you.
Dear LBUSD, our names are Liza and Surya. We are both 10-year-old fifth graders at Fremont Elementary.
Last Wednesday in class, our teacher told us unexpectedly that our amazing school was becoming a closed campus. All our classmates were just as shocked as we were and still are today.
Everybody loves the weekend, and especially at Fremont. Our community depends on Fremont for their everyday lives. People play kickball, tetherball, basketball, and have the amusement of swinging on the bars.
Like us, many people learned how to ride their bikes there. Everybody loves Fremont so much, especially because of their incredible playground, and sadly you're taking this away from us. We really hope you take this into consideration and make the right decision.
Because now we don't know where we are going to play.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letitia, how much time? Okay.
So, you want to say your name?
I am Wilson, and I go to the school sometimes on weekends and weeks.
Do you think Fremont should be closed?
And I think
You want to keep Fremont open?
I don't want to keep Fremont open whenever we want to come here and play
Yeah, you want to
with
keep...
everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and so, Roshan, are you learning how to ride your bike there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We have time for one more speaker. Sai Trivedi? Or did Sai already speak? Okay. I can't read the first name, but the last name is Nanda? Nanda already spoke? Sergia Trivedi already spoke? And Liv Richardson? Last one.
Hello, my name is Liv Richardson, and I am in the 5th grade, and I wrote a letter to LBUSD. Dear LBUSD, if you fence off the school, you're taking away all kids love to do, like playing, socializing with other kids, being able to sit under on a bench under a tree, or lying on the grass to read a good book, etc. To me, having freedom to play where or whenever is just like a good dream. If you take away the fence, you take away the satisfaction of doing something good to someone. So don't build a fence, build happiness instead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much for your comments. We are now at business items.
Mr. Superintendent, can we take a closer look at what considerations and options there are regarding the Fremont matter at the next board meeting?
We are now at business items, personnel. Mr. Meyer.
I present the following proposed actions prepared by the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resource Services, approved and recommended by the Superintendent. Appointments 84, leaves of absence 2, abandonment of position 1, separation deceased 1, resignations 14, retirements 5, amendments 1, rescissions 1. Certified personnel appointments 24, in-service changes 13, leaves of absence 2, and I recommend approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The motion is approved unanimously. Instruction.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion is approved.
Did we ask for
I'm
discussion?
sorry, discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay. So can we hear a little bit more about Wonder Woman Tech? Pamela, what that is, how students are identified, it's obviously a wonderful program. Can we hear a little bit more about that under instruction?
Good evening, board members. Wonder Woman Tech is a nonprofit organization that has reached out to the district to support up to 300 girls who are interested in STEM education and leadership. This is being coordinated by our Student Support Services under Dr. Erin Simon. She is looking at schools that are Title I schools that serve the largest proportion of our homeless and foster youth, as well as have strong female leadership academy support.
Excellent. Thank you.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion is approved unanimously. Finance Report A.
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion is approved unanimously. Finance Report B.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Discussion.
Discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I recuse myself from participation in the Finance Report B on the consent calendar. I have a potential financial interest under Government Code 1091 and 87100. My husband works for a subcontractor who has done work for the payees.
Thank you. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? The motion is approved 4-0 with one abstention. Business Department report?
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? The motion is approved unanimously. Purchasing and contracts report?
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, President, I'd like to pull item 25, just to hear a little bit more about the Rancho Santiago Community College work.
Okay.
It's for approximately 500,000.
You want to pull that from the agenda?
No, I just wanted to
Or
ask a
just-
question about it.
Okay. Discussion? Go right ahead.
Yeah, just want to hear a little bit more about item 25 in our purchasing and contracts. It's,
Sue?
Subrecipient of the grant funds. It's a grant received by the Community College District to implement career education K-12 to community college pathway improvement projects that connect to in-demand high-wage occupations.
so
we'd
they
be a
received the
subrecipient.
grant, we're a
Yes.
subrecipient of the grant. Okay,
Yes.
perfect, thank you.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? The motion is approved unanimously. We are now at other items, superintendent items.
Yes, Mr. President and members of the board, staff recommends the following administrative assignments, effective on the dates indicated. Helen Magana, who is currently assistant principal at Nieto Herrera, to acting principal of Bircham.
Thank you.
Move approval. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion is approved unanimously. We have no unfinished business. New business, adoption of the initial bargaining proposals from the Long Beach Unified School District to the Teachers Association of Long Beach, K-12, CDC, Head Start.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor? I'm sorry.
Aye.
Discussion?
Whoops.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? The motion is approved unanimously. We are now at report of board members. Our student board member, Carmen.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Cameron Kruger. I'm the ASB president at Wilson High School. I'm here representing Wilson and giving a little report on them. At Wilson High School, there are lots of new people who join the Wilson team, such as new admin. The new team has set the tone by doing pathway expectations assemblies. The entire team and counselors are keeping Wilson safe by supervising outside, bathrooms, and all common areas. All of our teachers are focused on positive relationships with students and student engagement. Wilson football is 6-0 going into the Poly game this Friday. We will kick off the game with the marching of the halls, in which the marching band, ASB, cheer, and the football team will march the halls to get students ready for the big game. All our other Wilson Fall sports teams are top in their CIF divisions. ASB is working on planning homecoming, including a dance, game, spirit week, and decorations. We are planning to theme the homecoming as Woody-fornia, in which our mascot takes on the different regions of California. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One of the things we normally ask our student board members is just a little indication on what they're going to be doing when they leave high school. Have you considered what college or university you plan to attend?
You got to pick the right one, Cameron. You got to pick the right one.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm kind of open-minded when it comes to picking a college where I kind of want to see where I get in. My top schools are UCLA and USC.
In that order, though.
In that order. I'm also, because those schools are so unpredictable, I'm also looking into Clemson University and the University of Washington.
Thank you, Carmen, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ms. Kerr.
Yes, I will actually defer my board report till next time. I know we have high school back to school night and got a couple parents in the room, so I'll wait.
Thank you. Dr. Benitez.
I'll be quick for the same reason, but I wanted to report out that at Franklin's back to school night last week, we had a community group there that's doing wonderful work with Principal Sawinski, and they're going to do a community cleanup on the 19th to build a community at the school. So we had a lot of parents interested, and that neighborhood really is invigorated by building some community. So I want to congratulate the efforts of those parents at Franklin at back to school night last week.
Thank you so much. Ms. Craighead.
I will wait until our next board meeting.
Thank you. Mr. Meyer.
Cameron, I'm anxious to visit Wilson, so I'll pass.
Okay, I will deliver my remarks at the next board meeting. In closing, I would just like to do one thing, is do a photo shoot with our student, if we can get our student in the photo. Okay, I'm going to move you over here so we can get a photo.
Should we adjourn the meeting first?
Huh?
You don't want to do
Should we
this?
adjourn the meeting?
Yeah, superintendent report.
Oh, he skipped.
Okay.
He skipped. I have two quick announcements.
Okay.
A community advisory committee family play day at our inclusive playground at Carver Elementary is happening this Saturday from 10 to 12. So we want all of our students to be able to play together, so please come to Carver from 10 to 12 and play. And also our parent education series sponsored by Parent University is on Tuesday nights in the day at Browning, at night at Poly, and live stream. So we found out that the live stream on Tuesday night, within the time frame it happened, over 1,500 people checked in on the live stream. So make sure if you can't make it, hit the live stream.
Thank you very much. Now we want to do a photo shoot.
Cameron, you want to sit over here so that you can...
All right, move on in.
Come on, squeeze close, folks. Come on. Come on.
Yay.
Entertain a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
We are adjourned. Thank you.